FIFA tried to erase Cristiano Ronaldo from history, but the truth will shock you. Why they rigged awards, deleted his records, and silenced his greatness. The secret war between CR7 and football's most powerful organization revealed. Stick till the end to see the leaked proof they never wanted you to find. Born on an island far from football's gleaming centers of power, he came not with a silver spoon or a dynasty name, but with blistering pace and an unrelenting obsession for greatness. Madeira may have cradled his childhood, but it was the world that witnessed his rise. One goal at a time, one record at a time. But even as his name soared above stadiums and screen headlines, one truth clung to the shadows of his career. He was never truly embraced by the guardians of the game. And if you're still wondering why Cristiano Ronaldo always looked like he was playing against more than just defenders, it's because there was a time when raw talent could have been enough. When young players were allowed to storm their way into the sport's elite through effort and numbers. But football at the highest levels is not just about what happens on the pitch. It's about stories, controlled narratives, carefully curated images. And from the very beginning, Cristiano Ronaldo never quite fit the mold. He wasn't modest enough. He wasn't passive enough. He didn't wait to be discovered. He declared his arrival. And to an organization obsessed with symmetry, humility, and discretion, Ronaldo was the wrong kind of star. His first brush with FIFA's indifference wasn't dramatic. It was subtle. In 2003, despite his fantastic debut for Manchester United, he was overlooked in the Golden Boy rankings. In 2004, Wayne Rooney took it. Understandable. But 2005 introduced something harder to explain. Cristiano Ronaldo had become a force. 9 goals, 9 assists, game-winning performances for both club and country. And yet, when the awards rolled out, Lionel Messi, who had barely touched the senior pitch, was crowned instead. A prodigy, no doubt, but not one with a resume to match. It was the first quiet message from FIFA. The story would not be told in statistics. It would be told in preference. Still, Ronaldo didn't flinch. He rewrote what it meant to be a winger, racking up goals and assists in numbers previously unthinkable for his position. He turned Premier League defenders into cones, laced the Champions League with sorcery, and transformed himself into a monster consistency. But when the FIFA World Player of the Year awards came in 2007, he wasn't in the top 2, not even second. And to rub salt into the wound, FIFA mistakenly handed him the wrong plaque on stage before asking for it back. The world saw an awkward mistake. He saw a pattern forming. By 2013, the pattern could no longer hide. That year, Cristiano Ronaldo reached his apex. 69 goals across competitions. A supernatural display against Sweden that single-handedly carried Portugal to the World Cup. But even with the numbers screaming, he was trailing in the Ballon d'Or vote. It took a rare public outcry and internal FIFA deliberation to extend the voting deadline. Only then did he win. Only then did the tears come. But they weren't joy. They were release. Because for the first time, he had beaten the machine. And deep down, he knew it wouldn't let him do it again without a fight. Behind the scenes, something was shifting. Questions were being asked not by fans, but by those closest to the corridors of power. Why wasn't FIFA treating Ronaldo as the face of football? He had the goals. He had the trophies. He had the influence. But he didn't have FIFA's affection. They liked players who were subtle, soft-spoken, agreeable. Cristiano Ronaldo was none of those things. He was aggressive, direct, sharpened by competition, and unapologetic in victory. And he wasn't made in their factory. He was built in solitude, in sweat, and in spite of the very system that now sought to tame him. The moment things broke beyond repair came in a place far removed from stadium lights. Oxford Union. FIFA President Sepp Blatter took the stage and mocked Ronaldo's hairstyle, implying he spent more time in salons than on the pitch. The audience laughed. Ronaldo didn't, because in that moment, the mask slipped. This wasn't about football anymore. It was personal. A global governing figure using his platform not to praise or honor, but to ridicule. And not just any player. The player carrying football's most competitive era on his back. From that day, Cristiano Ronaldo changed. He stopped attending ceremonies, stopped smiling in photo ops, stopped giving FIFA what it craved, his compliance. He became colder, sharper. Every record he broke was a silent war cry. Every goal, a reminder. And slowly, FIFA began responding, not with words, but with absence. The nominations started missing his name. The awards leaned toward players with more agreeable arcs. The criteria twisted into jargon, narrative, team performance, impact. Anything but goals. Anything but numbers. In 2018, the point became impossible to ignore. Luka Modric won the Ballon d'Or, a brilliant midfielder, a World Cup finalist. But Cristiano Ronaldo had scored 44 goals in 44 games. He had led Real Madrid to a Champions League title again, scored a hat trick against Spain in the World Cup. But he was overlooked. When he questioned the decision, they branded him bitter. When he skipped the event, they called him arrogant. But the truth was never about bitterness. It was about pattern. A repeated dismissal hiding behind celebration. Then came the digital erasure. Cristiano Ronaldo's face had been on every FIFA video game cover, every trailer, every menu. He was football's digital identity. And suddenly, in 2019, he was gone. Not replaced after a contract expiration. Replaced mid-contract. Quietly. No announcement. No thank you. Just vanished. Paulo Dybala. Neymar. Alex Morgan. The banners shifted, but the silence screamed. It happened just after an unproven accusation. No charges. No conviction. But the erasure had already begun. FIFA's reasoning. They said they were honoring diversity. But to those watching closely, it looked a lot like quiet punishment. The snubs continued. The 2018 Puskas Award, given to Mohamed Salah, for a goal that didn't even win goal of the month. Meanwhile, Ronaldo's gravity-defying bicycle kick in the Champions League was reduced to a footnote. Post-match frustrations from other stars were explained away. But when Ronaldo showed passion, headline sanction outrage, his celebrations were called arrogant. His confidence, ego. The message was consistent. Play by our rules or get buried in the noise. And while FIFA used silence, they elevated their ideal. Lionel Messi, a genius, no doubt, but also quiet, palatable, non confrontacional. He didn't rattle the institution. He represented it. While Messi's humility became brandable, Ronaldo's intensity became problematic. Messi's mild, Ronaldo demanded. Messi whispered, Ronaldo hoared. And that contrast gave FIFA an easy out. Promote the agreeable, ignore the defiant. But Ronaldo wasn't built to be agreeable. He didn't wait for validation. He created empires. CR7 became a brand of its own. Hotels, fragrances, health centers. While FIFA tried to define what greatness should look like, Ronaldo was living proof that greatness couldn't be defined by bureaucrats. He didn't just become a footballer, he became a movement. And that terrified the people in charge. Because the more he won without them, the more irrelevant they became. What do you do with a man you can't control? You don't fight him, you omit him. Awards? Stop inviting. Records? Stop posting. In 2020, Ronaldo reached 700 goals. FIFA said nothing. In 2021, he became the highest-scoring international men's player in history. No tweet, no press release, just silence. And that silence, it wasn't an accident. It was a strategy. Because omission is the easiest way to rewrite history without confrontation. By 2024, Cristiano Ronaldo had stopped playing the game behind the game. He didn't attend award nights, didn't vote, didn't post. And the institution that once feared his dominance now pretended he wasn't there. Because it's easier to promote the agreeable than to acknowledge the unstoppable. He had become a ghost in the house he helped build. And yet, his impact remained louder than their silence. Legacy isn't built in gala nights. It's forged in moments. Moments that millions remember. Ronaldo didn't just score goals. He redefined what it meant to be relentless. He didn't just win titles. He forced new standards. And while FIFA polished narratives and rotated faces, Ronaldo outlived them all. In England, Spain, Italy, and now Saudi Arabia, he remained football's universal constant, a global phenomenon. A man who was never meant to be footnoted. Yet for all his milestones, 5 Ballon d'Ors, Champions League dominance, international supremacy, he was being erased. Not by failure, but by design. Because to FIFA, he was always a guest, never the heir. And to a system that values obedience over merit, that a threat too large to tolerate. He wasn't soft-spoken. He wasn't pliable. He was the storm they never wanted to credit. But here's the thing about storms. They don't need permission. They arrive, they devastate, and they become unforgettable. Cristiano Ronaldo became unforgettable. Whether FIFA acknowledges him or not, history already has. You can strip away awards. You can delete tweets. But you can't delete proof. His numbers live in record books. His name echoes in stadiums. His highlights loop endlessly. Not because a federation approved them, but because a generation demanded them. FIFA may control the trophies. They may write the scripts. But Cristiano Ronaldo owns the sequel. He transcended the institution, and in doing so, exposed it. Because if greatness needs permission to be remembered, then it was never greatness to begin with. Ronaldo didn't need their applause. He only needed a ball and a reason, and they gave him both. In trying to silence him, they made him louder. In trying to sideline him, they made him central. And in pretending he never fit the story, they forgot the truth. He was a story. Always was. Always will be. Because Cristiano Ronaldo didn't chase legacy. He became it. And now, as the lights dim and the timelines fill with comparisons and conclusions, one fact remains unchallenged. While FIFA played politics, Ronaldo played football. And football remembers. Always. Was Cristiano Ronaldo punished for his defiance or sidelined for outshining the narrative? Has FIFA been rewriting history in silence while the world watched in disbelief? What does it really say about a system that fears a man who simply refused to kneel? Drop your thoughts below. And if you want more unfiltered stories the media won't tell, subscribe now and join the movement.